All right, so have you heard about all these people making serious bank on TikTok? I mean, we're talking turning TikTok fame into actual cash.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, and we just dug into this really cool YouTube video that breaks down all the strategies people are using to rake it in, and I gotta say, I'm kind of blown away.
Yeah, it's fascinating how quickly people are figuring out how to turn, likes and views into actual profits.
For sure. So, this video focused on two main ways people are making money. The first one they called Amazon fines, and the second was drop shipping.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, have you heard of either of these before?
Well, Amazon Finds rings a bell. I think I've seen a few videos like that, where people are showing off products they love, and then there's like a link in their bio or something.
Exactly, that's totally it. And then drop shipping was a new one for me, but it
Yeah.
basically sounds like you're selling products without actually having to like keep them in stock.
Ah, I see. So you're kind of like a middleman connecting buyers and suppliers.
Yeah, that's the gist of it, and apparently it can be super profitable.
Well, both of these methods really tap into what makes TikTok so powerful, that whole social proof thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like when you see someone you follow raving about a product, it just feels so much more authentic than some random ad.
Yeah, exactly. It's like getting a recommendation from a friend.
Okay, so let's break down Amazon fines first because it seems like the simpler of the two. Basically, creators are showcasing products they actually use and they link to their Amazon storefront in their
Hey,
bio.
it's so simple but effective.
And the video gave this example of a water dispenser, which I thought was pretty relatable. Like, who doesn't want a fancy water dispenser?
Especially if someone you trust is like, this is the best water dispenser ever, you're going to be way more likely to check it out.
Totally. So, walk us through how this whole link in buying thing actually makes them money. Is it like magic?
Not quite magic, but it is pretty clever. It's called affiliate marketing. So basically, Amazon gives you a unique link for each product you want to promote. And when someone clicks that link in your bio and buys the product, you get a commission.
So, it's like a finder's fee kind of?
Exactly. Amazon is basically thanking you for sending business their way.
That's pretty sweet. I mean, it's like getting paid to recommend stuff you already love.
Right. But of course, you still need to create engaging content that will make people want to click that link.
Yeah, good point. You can't just post a boring video and expect the cash to roll in.
But the barrier to entry is pretty low. You don't need a huge following or any special skills to get started.
Okay, so Amazon Finds sounds pretty straightforward. But let's talk about this drop shipping thing because it seems like that's where the serious money is at.
Hmm. Yeah, dropshipping can definitely be more profitable, but it's also a bit more complex.
So break it down for us. What exactly does it involve?
All right, so imagine you find a product you think would sell well on TikTok. Let's say it's a super cool phone case.
Okay, I'm picturing a phone case with like glitter and maybe a pop socket.
Perfect.
Hmm.
So with dropshipping, you don't actually buy a bunch of these phone cases and store them in your house.
Yeah, so how do you even sell them then?
That's where the dropshipping magic comes in. You partner with a supplier who has the phone cases in stock.
Okay, so I'm like the middleman again.
You list the phone case on your online store, like a Shopify store, and set your price. Then when someone buys it from your store, you simply send the order details to your supplier, they ship the phone case directly to your customer, and you keep the profit.
Wow, so I literally never even touched the product. That's pretty amazing.
It is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
It simplifies things a lot, especially if you're just starting out.
But the video also mentioned that dropshipping can be way more profitable than those Amazon affiliate links. Why is that?
Well, with Amazon Finds, you're only getting a small commission on each sale. But with dropshipping, you have more control over your pricing.
So I get to decide how much profit I make.
Exactly. You set the markup and decide your profit margin.
So it's like I'm running my own mini Amazon.
In a way, yeah, except you're leveraging the power of TikTok to drive sales.
Okay, this is all starting to make sense, but the video also emphasized the importance of automation when it comes to dropshipping, and they kept mentioning this platform called AutoDS. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, AutoDS is a popular dropshipping automation tool. It helps with everything from finding trending products to managing your orders.
It sounded like it could be a real game changer for anyone serious about dropshipping.
Definitely can save you a ton of time and effort and help you scale your business more effectively.
Okay, so we've got Amazon Finds, which is like dipping our toes into TikTok money making. And then we've got drop shipping, which is like diving headfirst into the deep end.
And AutoDS is like our trusty life preserver, making that deep dive a lot less scary.
I like that analogy. All right, so now I'm super curious about this AutoDS platform and how it can actually help someone build a successful drop shipping business.
Well, lucky for you, that's exactly what we're going to dive into in the next part of our deep dive.
Stay tuned, folks, because things are about to get really interesting. All right, so we've got those two TikTok money-making strategies downright, Amazon fines, and then drop shipping, the one that's a little more well-involved, I guess you could say.
Yeah, dropshipping definitely has more moving parts.
For sure. But there's this one thing that the video didn't really cover, and it's actually kind of bugging me.
Oh, what's that?
The whole video editing thing. I mean, they talked about creating TikToks to sell the products, but they didn't actually explain how to, like, edit the videos.
Hmm. Yeah, that is a pretty important step, isn't it?
Right. I was kind of hoping for a step-by-step tutorial, but it was more like a stay tuned for part two kind of tease.
Well, they got to keep us on the edge of our seat somehow.
True, true. But so now I'm even more curious, like, what are the secrets to making those super engaging TikToks that actually make people want to buy stuff?
Well, even though the video didn't dive into specifics, we can make some educated guesses based on what we know about TikTok in general.
Okay, I'm all ears. Spill the tea.
First and foremost, you got to understand the platform TikTok is all about short, snappy, attention-grabbing content. Your editing has to reflect that.
So no long drawn-out intros or anything like that?
Exactly. Jump right into the action, hook the viewer in those first few seconds, or they're gone.
Okay, so grab their attention right away.
Yeah.
Got it. What else?
Think dynamic transitions, catchy music text overlays that highlight key points. Remember, people are scrolling through their feeds super fast. You got to make an impact quickly.
So basically keep it fast-paced and exciting.
Exactly. Now, the video did mention using existing videos for inspiration.
Yeah, like those trending sounds and stuff.
Right, and even adapting popular video formats. Is that a legit strategy, you think?
I mean, it seems like everyone's doing it.
It's definitely a smart way to tap into what's already working. But remember, it's not about just copying someone else's video. You got to add your own unique spin to make it stand out.
Right, you don't want to be a copycat.
Exactly. Find your own voice and your
Processing.
own style.
So it's like using those trending sounds, but putting your own unique twist on them.
Precisely now, when it comes to actual editing tools, there are tons of options out there.
Yeah, I've seen those ads for like super fancy editing software, but it all seems so complicated.
Well, the good news is you don't necessarily need to invest in expensive software to make decent TikToks.
Oh, really?
Those free editing apps that come on your phone are actually pretty powerful these days. They have a lot of great features for basic editing.
So I can just use my phone to edit.
For sure, as you get more comfortable and want to try more complex edits, then you can explore those more advanced tools. But honestly, for most people, those free apps will do the trick.
That's a relief. I was worried I'd have to like go back to film school or something.
You're good. But no matter what tool you're using, there are definitely some editing best practices that are specific to TikTok.
Like what?
Well, first of all, vertical format is key. Think about how people hold their phones these days. It's all vertical.
Right, makes sense.
So make sure you're shooting and editing your videos with that in mind. And then think about text overlays. They're super important, especially if there's no talking in your video. Use them strategically to highlight key points or add some humor.
Okay, text overlays, got it. Anything else?
Oh, and never underestimate the power of good lighting and sound.
Yeah, those are pretty important for any kind of video, right?
They are. But on TikTok, where attention spans are shorter than ever, they're absolutely crucial. A dimly lit video with muffled audio swipe next.
Ouch, yeah, nobody wants to watch that.
So make sure your videos are well lit and the sound is clear.
Okay, so it sounds like TikTok editing is this delicate balance of technical skills and understanding the vibe of the platform.
You got it. And here's something super important to remember. Even the best editing in the world can't save bad content.
Whew, that's harsh but true.
Focus on creating videos that are actually valuable, entertaining, or informative. First and foremost, the editing should enhance your content, not try to mask its shortcomings.
So basically, content is king. Okay, I think I'm starting to get this. So far, we've covered finding those winning products, setting up our online shop, and mastering the art of TikTok video editing. But is that all it takes to succeed on TikTok? It feels like there's got to be more to it, right?
You're absolutely right. It's not just about the technical stuff. It's about building a genuine connection with your audience. Remember, TikTok is a social platform.
Right.
So be social, engage with comments, respond to questions, participate in relevant trends.
It's that whole social aspect of social media, right? It's easy to forget about that when you're focused on making money.
It's essential. Think of it this way. TikTok is a community, not just a broadcasting platform. So build relationships. Be authentic. Be yourself and don't be afraid to experiment. Try different video styles. See what resonates with your audience. Analyze your data. What's performing well? What's falling flat? Adjust your strategy as you go.
So it's this constant process of learning and evolving, kind of like a game in a way.
It is. It's a game of creativity, strategy, and connection.
Hmm.
And the players who are willing to adapt and learn are the ones who win.
Okay. I'm feeling pumped. I think we've laid some serious groundwork here for TikTok success. We've covered finding products, setting up shop mastering, editing, and even the importance of being social. But let's not forget about that other money-making avenue we talked about, drop shipping.
Ah, yes. The world of selling products without actually holding any inventory. That's where we'll pick up in part 3 of our deep dives.
Stay tuned, folks. We're about to unpack the ins and outs of dropshipping and how you can leverage it to build a thriving business on TikTok. Okay, so we spent the last 2 parts talking about all the cool ways people are making money on TikTok, and now it's time for the main event, the one we've all been waiting for.
Drop shipping.
That's right, dropshipping, the magical world where you can sell products without actually having to deal with inventory and shipping and all that jazz.
It's definitely one of the most appealing aspects of e-commerce for a lot of people, especially those just starting out.
So just to recap for anyone who maybe missed the first 2 parts, remind us again, what exactly is dropshipping?
Okay, so imagine you're scrolling through TikTok and you see this awesome product you just know would be a total hit. Let's say it's a super cute phone case with like those little fluffy charms.
Okay, yeah, I'm picturing it super cute.
So instead of buying a ton of those phone cases and storing them in your garage, you partner with a supplier who already has them in stock.
Okay, so far so good.
You list that phone case on your Shopify store, set your price, and when someone buys it, you simply send the order details to your supplier.
And they ship it directly to the customer.
Exactly. You're basically the middleman connecting buyers and sellers without ever actually touching the product.
It's kind of brilliant when you think about it.
It is pretty clever.
But of course, there's got to be more to it than just, finding a product and listing it online. What are some of the things people should keep in mind if they're thinking about trying dropshipping?
Well, finding reliable suppliers is absolutely crucial. You need to partner with companies that offer quality products and have a good track record of timely shipping.
Yeah, it makes sense. You don't want to end up with a bunch of angry customers because their order arrived late or damaged.
Exactly. And then you also need to be strategic about your pricing and profit margins. Remember, you set your own prices with dropshipping.
Right, so there's some actual business strategy involved.
Absolutely. You need to factor in your costs, the supplier's price, shipping fees, any platform fees, and make sure you're pricing your products competitively while still making a decent profit.
Okay, so it's not as simple as just like doubling the supplier's price and calling it a day.
Not quite. There's definitely some math involved.
And then, of course, we can't forget about the marketing side of things. That's where TikTok comes in, right?
Absolutely. Creating engaging content that showcases your products and drives traffic to your Shopify store is key.
And remember we talked about how the YouTube video recommended using existing TikTok videos for inspiration, like those trending sounds and popular video formats?
Yeah, that can be a great starting point, but remember to add your own unique spin to make your videos stand out.
Right. Don't be a copycat. Be creative.
Exactly. Find your own voice and your own style.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot between using what's already working and putting your own unique twist on things.
You got it.
Okay, so to sum it all up, dropshipping is this awesome combination of strategy, creativity, and let's be real, a little bit of hustle.
Yeah. You got to be willing to put in the work.
You got to do your research, find those amazing suppliers, figure out your pricing strategy, and then create killer content that will make people want to buy your product.
But the potential rewards can be huge. Imagine building a thriving business from your laptop, selling products you're passionate about, all while connecting with an amazing community on TikTok.
I'm sold. I think we've covered pretty much everything you need to know to get started with making money on TikTok.
Yeah, we've talked about finding winning products, setting up your online shop, mastering video editing, and now we've even conquered dropshipping.
I feel like we've given our listeners all the tools they need to launch their own TikTok empires.
Definitely. So go out there, be creative, be bold, and most importantly, have fun.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's a wrap on our TikTok deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and good luck on your journey to TikTok stardom and riches. I will